I don't have a... Where's my face?
I don't know.
Go back. Oh, because I'm sitting down. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Can you hear it?
I was just going to grab the headphones. Figure that
Sorry it took me so long. I had a neighbor that needed some help. You messing stuff up? You're messing stuff up. Hey! Get that back on my face. Welcome in, everybody, and I know that Java was here earlier, telling me I was a couple days late. I was only 2 days late. And Catlin was here for a bit.
Dentist appointment. And we both had last eye doctor appointment.
Yes, we've had a lot of appointments.
What's going on?
A lot of work going on.
But she doesn't have work tomorrow.
I don't have work tomorrow, so I get to craft all day.
Hopefully they can
Yeah. Today we're gonna do something brand new. We're gonna work with air dry clay. I've never worked with air
After
dry.
you do the tin.
Oh, I will show off the tin.
We gotta do it. We gotta paint it.
Oh, we're gonna paint first?
That's what I thought you were
I
gonna do.
wasn't
You guys
planning on
did
painting.
Huh?
I wasn't planning on the painting.
Oh.
I wasn't on our communication. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but the music's kind of loud.
Loud
Sorry.
There
I hope no one's listening.
we go. Yeah, we. Thank you, Neil. Hello, how are ya? Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, everybody.
It should be turning down soon.
We're figuring it out, and we are.
Yay!
There we go. There
Hi,
we
Neil.
go. Oh, thank goodness. Sorry about that, Neil.
Hello, Catlin. I am now. Hello, Slay84. What's up?
Right.
We are gonna do actually just different kind of crafting today. It's not gonna be Pokemon based. It's going to be Hooded's creational brain power.
Just call them the Beasts of Wistix.
The beasts of
Fantastical
Wistix.
land where other people exist that aren't us.
But
But they're monsters, big creatures, and we're actually choosing good monsters today.
Yes, I'm doing good monsters today. So I'm going to use air dry clay for the first time. I've never used it before, so we're going to see how that goes. With air dry clay, it takes about a day or 3 to cure and fully harden, but you can kind of play with it as you go, and we're going to see how this kind of medium works for me. I'm a little nervous about it. So we'll see how that is. I am going to show something off I want to get done. This is something I want to get processed eventually. Is inside this tin. Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Let me know if it gets to be out of control.
Right. Inside this tin, I'm planning on making a whole environment. So I started one that I will paint. I need to finish fine-tuning this fence, getting it sanded down, and then painting it. And then I want to, in this tin, because LeChonk, oh my gosh, my brain's already fried.
In a mud pit.
So LeChonk's here, so we're going to put LeChonk in this little mud pit over here. And so you just have a little tin.
Then you can show who had a Sunkern.
We had Sunkern in there.
You want to put Sunkern where he was going to...
Yeah, I was going
I
to
thought
put
he looked cute there.
Cheryl. I think it'd be kind of cute to kind of do stuff like this.
I need to turn the music down more, I think.
You gotta turn the music down more.
I'll just go a little lower.
My loud clickety clack. I know, I love his clickety clack keyboard. Sometimes I type in gibberish in the keyboard. But yeah, so this is an idea I'm going to have.
Were you going to paint it?
No, I was not going to paint it
Alright.
today.
Okay.
I think we're going to get into
You just straight into the
something.
air dry stuff. Air
Yeah.
dry clay.
Yeah,
Okay.
straight
okay.
into air dry.
So then, what's the name of the 3 monsters, and we'll pin them to the.
Hold on,
Chat.
not done talking to my people.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's one idea I'm gonna have, and then they're probably not gonna be pinned in the tin like I have been doing with the pins, because Sunkern doesn't quite fit in the tin standing. Oops.
Yeah, I didn't mean to just put that in there.
So, as far as today, like I said, it's not going to be Pokemon themed. It's going to be monsters from the land of Wystix. And we have the Strider. Hooded's typing in the names, I think. There we
If
go.
the clicky clack is really annoying, I can fix it. Just let me know.
Okay. Neil, I do want to let you know that I do have your I have the last 3 giveaways done and ready to ship. I just need to be able to get to shipping them, and that should be within this next week. So I will send you the tracking information when that gets done. But how's everybody doing today? And then I also was thinking we can play a game of, since we've had 150 subscribers and we've talked a little bit, we were going to do questions about Cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be specific to food and sweets.
Candy. Just like she is.
Because I'm so sweet. I know, no rush, but I don't want to feel like I'm letting anybody down or not keeping my promises. And so I am trying to hold myself to that by keeping my promises. So, but yeah, so we're going to, and the questions are fairly easy. They're nothing too complicated. I just read I'm okay-ish.
Complicated-ish.
Complicated-ish. I'm sorry you're just okay-ish, Neil. I wish you weren't. I wish you were just okay instead of okay-ish. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Asking questions.
So if you want to start, you can start by reading those 3 things, or asking them which one they want to hear first.
So we have
of what 3 you want to start with, or whatever you want to do.
So we have 3 creatures, Strider, Flint, and Creel. Hooded pinned that at the top of the chat there. And each one is very different. And there's a little synopsis of what each one is. I wish you did 1 sentences, so I can just say them really quick instead of the long ones. So
It's the description you're going to use to make the thing.
I know.
You can shorten it. You just say whatever you want.
So we can do the Strider, which is a massive creature with bioluminescent bacteria, which I would have to paint on, which would be another day. We have a Flint, which is a tiny creature that is very, very helpful in curing diseases. And then we have the Creel, which is a deadly diseases. The Creel, which are mostly water-dwelling animals, creatures, but they can launch themselves into the air for at a good distance and for a long period of time.
I guess I can put that in there.
So, based off of that, what do you guys want to hear about first and then see me try to make? These aren't real creatures.
These are going to come from words to a statue in front of your face.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll read them if you don't want to.
That might be better. Is the little window shut? The slide window?
I'll go check.
Thank you, because I just saw a buzzy thing. I don't like the buzz. They scare me.
Yes, it was closed and it still is.
Okay, thank you.
But I let the bee in. That's what you wanted, right?
Oh.
What are you gonna do with me?
Cool. Woo! So yeah, what do we want to see made today?
Yeah, Neil, if any of those particular things sound interesting.
Creel sounds interesting. Okay, so we're gonna read the synopsis of the creel.
Didn't you do it?
Yes, please. Very finny. Ooh, interesting. The mic got moved. Sorry, guys.
You gotta wait for it to come back on. I just moved the mic a little bit and it unplugged itself. I'm sorry.
All right, round two.
Round two, the creel. Expelling a strange sort of air like iridescent glossy ink, the creel spends most of its time in the water swimming in schools. About the size of a young child, the creel leaps into the air, spraying its rainbow gas as a mating display. Whatever is in the gas expelled keeps the creel afloat on its 6 webbed tentacles, splayed out on the gas until a mate appears. And when the male appears, creel is ready to mate. It shoots out another batch of gas, causing it to shoot high up into the air, often out of view, and the mate nestled in its webbed tentacles. With its other 2 clawed arms attached to its body, it grabs its prey, dragging it underwater to its untimely demise or high into the air to suffocate it, and it becomes a tasty snack for the mouth at the top of its head.
So, that is the creel. That is all the description I'm given, and we're going to try to create it. And we're going to see how this air dry goes. I should have cut this beforehand. But while I do this, I can ask.
The funny thing is, earlier when we were discussing this, she said this would be the hardest. So thank you very much, Katie Cat, for choosing this one. I most want to see it myself.
Yeah, Cat. Thanks for suggesting the hardest one.
And at any time you can put those words in there and ask me what they are, and I'll read you what I've described, and you can see maybe what the strider or the flint is whenever you're ready. This is gonna be messy. I'm excited. I like getting messy for crafts. So when they say about the size of a young child, this is the child of the race of people. And so that's more like 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe even at the most 2.
Right.
Maybe 2.5 is a bit too big.
You think of a hybrid. I think of a Hydra type creature. What are you doing?
In case you need more.
I think I have way too much. I was just trying to get enough on there to be able to fold it over and seal it again. And then
I'll put it in the container behind you.
Oh, it's behind me. But we're going to talk about questions about cheesy. And so this is, I'm looking for a number. The other two were too vague for me. Water dwelling is easier to picture than land dwelling. I can see that.
I think that the easiest one to envision is the strider.
Yeah.
It being so big makes it easier to grasp, I think.
Right.
Whereas the water-dwelling one, it's so far off into the water. I'm not used to it myself. I'm not a water-dwelling person. So
right.
it feels more distant.
This clay is very different.
The flint is small though, so.
Flint, yeah.
And it's got a mucusy back.
It's got a mucusy back. So for the first question about cheesy, is I make a special kind of cookie. And I put different kinds of chips in this cookie. And so I can put in, I think my favorite combination has been butterscotch, cinnamon, and white chocolate chips.
What are you doing?
The first question.
Oh, I see.
While I'm thinking of...
You just listed the ingredients that go in one of them?
No, some of the chips I put them in there.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I just completely ruined your flow. Continue.
Yes, you completely ruined the flow. But I put a lot of chips in this, and everybody that's eaten it so far has been calling it a chippy and not a cookie. Because...
It's mostly chips.
It's mostly chips.
Some cookie binder together.
Yeah, some cookie to bind all the chips together. Let's see. What else have I put in there? I put peanut butter. Oh, I put glitter ones in there. Those didn't work very well. I've put... chocolate chips, of course. What else? What other chips? Peanut butter chips. But anyway, the question is, it's big... But is it a mammal like an elephant or a dragon?
Let me just try something.
Okay.
What we call a strider is recognizable because of the long red stripe from the tip of its massive face nose along its back to the tip of the strider's small tail. With 4 massive tree trunk legs and a big, bulky body, it moves swiftly through the forest amongst the trees like children playing in tall brush. Its most distinctive features are its lack of features. A broad, flat face intercepted by a large bone down the center makes it look kind of like a giant nose, covered in what can only be called a sensor, taking the form of a series of bioluminescent bacteria living on the ridges of the face nose. And it seems to be the only way for the strider to see the world. Maybe that'll give you a little more of a description of what I'm trying to describe. It's this big thing.
Right. Can you get me a wet towel?
Yes, I need a wet towel.
So, how many different kinds of chips do I put into one batch of chippies is the question. I put many different kinds of chips, but I only keep it to a certain set number. That is the question.
And we'll repeat it a couple times.
Yeah.
We just want to get as many answers as we can. For anyone who wants the...
Like soaking wet. Like all of it. So I can cover the clay I'm not using. Thank you. Very strange kind of clay. Catlin says 5.
That's a bold guess.
5 different kinds of chips into one batch of chippies.
That would make for good chippies, I think.
Neil's saying 4. If anybody has any other guesses, I don't think anybody else is going to have any other guesses. So the answer is I do 3 different kinds of chips. And generally I'll double a batch of cookies. And I'll put in, so like one batch of, like one chocolate chip recipe calls for like a bag of chocolate chips. So I'll put 1 bag of chips in for one half of the batch, 1 bag of chips in for the other half of the batch, and then the third bag of chips. So there's like half more chips than needed. So if double batch calls for 2 bags of chips, I have a third bag of chips in there. And it's mostly chips. But it's amazing. All you have to do is take chocolate chip recipe and put in different kinds of chips, and then you have a chippy.
So that's a point for Kat.
Kat and Neil both said something, but
Closest.
Neil was closest.
You said 3.
Yeah, and Neil said 4.
Oh, Neil said 4. My bad.
Neil said 4. Can you do me a favor and hold those, and then just
I'll give you when you're ready.
yeah, because trying to figure out how to do this webbing. Ba-da-ba-da-do. Interesting. No frame of reference on this thing. And I'm not even in frame. Let's see if I can do this and fix this a little better. Trying a different camera angle to see if you guys can see the details I do better. So my shorts,
I'm feeling too distant.
yeah, the shorts feel too distant, so we're gonna try to do this. Something else I want to maybe try is streaming me making stuff, like just because I make a Pokemon every day unless I'm streaming, but streaming me making the Pokemon and then cutting it for the shorts.
That would be streaming on a more regular basis.
I have something here.
Okay.
I'll be right there.
This is all I had on me right now.
The neighbor said hello again. Hey,
Well, that's what you asked, so I have my phone right now.
she's wiggling my camera. But keep it charged. Keep it. Neighbor's back. So it's kind of nice out today. The weather's been it was really warm earlier, and then it got cloudy and kind of trying to be stormy. And so the wind's blowing, there's shade everywhere, and so we left the windows and the door open. We'll see how this goes. Am I even on camera? No. What else? I don't know what else. Trying to figure out this new clay. Oh, I can't pick anything up. I think I kind of like this idea. Oh yeah. Luckily the air is poison where I am. It smells like a bonfire. Tastes like ash outside. Oh, that's not a good thing.
That way you can have it in this.
Yeah, it is the cord. I wondered what the white thing was.
Oh, I don't want that one. Where's all my tools? Let's do this one. What part of the world are you in that the air is so bad? It's like there fires going on near you, Kat?
Well, I found that in my wall, and I thought, well, I'll bring that up.
Oh.
Did you hear any of that?
A little
Did everyone
bit.
hear all of that?
Canada has become bad wildfires right now. It's blown to the northeastern U.S. Ooh, northeastern U.S. I am not. That's
like
not good.
Maine and New Jersey and that area. Okay, I kept thinking the West. Again.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be doing this. This is very weird. Ooh. So we'll go for another question real quick.
All right.
I have it right here.
Oh.
Let's do that question. I like that question better.
Cute.
Alright, so I have very peculiar tastes. And so when I eat gummy bears, there's one color of gummy bear I will not eat. What color is that gummy bear?
Red, orange, yellow,
Green,
or green,
white,
or white.
or I think that's all the colors.
Any of those colors will work.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to sculpt this, and
You
this
can
is
almost guarantee it's not red because raspberry, watermelon, so many options in red.
right.
So few people hate that color. Rubber gummy too.
Neil says black. What would be a black gummy bear?
Licorice.
Have you ever seen a black gummy bear?
Licorice gummy bear or licorice bear? I guess I've never seen a gummy bear.
Catlin says white.
Ooh. The perk of this question is there is more than one answer.
There is more than one answer, but Neil, have you seen a black gummy bear?
Yeah. Do you see them over there in Kentucky?
Hello, Manny the Hobgoblin Collector. Welcome in. We're trying a new medium and create something that
And a
doesn't
question.
have a physical form. And we have a question going that is, there is one colored gummy bear I will not eat. What color do you think that is?
And you got the colors of red, yellow, white, green.
Green. I mean,
Blue.
most people know what color gummy bears are out there.
I don't know, we're just giving hints and ideas.
Yeah. Earth's reaction is green, but I think white is my least favorite. Right? I'm gonna let Manny have a
Apparently
chance.
Neil's sticking with black.
Neil
Because
is
those are
sticking with-
normal gummy bear colors. Thanks, Neil.
Hey! He's having fun. That's all that matters.
As long
I
as he's having
can't.
fun.
Okay, maybe I'll
That's
start
true.
with the head first then. I can't quite get the idea of the tentacles down, and so I think I'm gonna start with the head. How do I want this head to look like? This is a very but all my cheesy questions are going to be sweets based. Also, the sky was dark and orange near my work in New York. We were in our office and with the air filters and still smelled smoke. Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
All right, let's see. We're also creating this little creature here. It is a water creature that my husband Hooded has thought up, and I'm going to have him read it here in a second to give you the idea that he wrote out, and this is what I'm basing this creature off of right now.
Now?
Yeah, go for it. He's going to read it.
Alright. Expelling a strange sort of air like an iridescent glossy ink, the creel spends most of its time in the water swimming in schools. About the size of a young child, the creel leaps into the air, spraying its rainbow of gas as a mating display. And whatever is in the gas it expels keeps the creel afloat on its 6 webbed tentacles, splayed out on the gas until a mate appears. And when the mate appears, the creel is ready to mate. It shoots out another batch of gas, causing it to shoot high up into the air, often out of view, with the mate nestled in its webbed tentacles. With its other 2 clawed arms attached to its body, it grabs its prey, dragging it underwater to its untimely demise, or high into the air to suffocate it and be a tasty snack for the mouth atop its head.
So, Manny, this is your last opportunity to answer my the gummy bear color I will not eat. I will not eat one type of gummy bear.
Yeah. You could also give anyone else a question that comes in the previous questions.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to hydrate me. This is already really messy. I love it. If this is all, if all I do is play with this stuff and get messy.
It's like the opposite of polymer in how soft it is, I think. Like the liquid helps it remain very flexible, which is like that black we had, but way softer.
Right, but then it's a little different workable because as it dries out, it
dries fast.
It dries fast. But it doesn't stick like that other stuff. Oh, I didn't make any slip.
Ooh, he said green. So we have white and green.
So the official
and black still, right?
Answer,
he hasn't said anything other than black.
The official answer to what gummy bear I will not eat is white. White tends to be pineapple, and I don't care for it. My least favorite flavor of gummy bear. So Cat
will get 2 points because I also know that you will not eat a green apple gummy bear. And that is green.
I will not eat green apple gummy bear.
And you probably would never eat a licorice gummy bear.
I would.
Oh.
I like black licorice.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
So that gives...
Licorice, so people tend to not eat him. I love black licorice jelly beans. And what I'll do is I'll get a cup of ice water. And I will eat the jelly bean, chew it up, and then take a swig of the ice water, and it makes the flavor so much better. It's amazing. Whoa, it's doing some funky things to my fingers. It was very interesting.
Oh, I see. Your guess was legitimate. I've never actually seen black gummy bears.
The only place I can think of them is like the candy shop at the mall.
I've never seen them.
You've never seen them at the mall?
And I care about gummy bears.
You care.
I've seen all sorts of licorice gummies, though. So technically, it's just never the kind of gummy that gummy bears are made of. It's more like a harder gummy. You know what I mean? Or even like a licorice.
Right.
But never like chewy gummy bear gummy.
I think that'd be a fun...
I deeply care about gummy bears.
Deeply care about
It's like one of the
bears.
most important things in the universe, I think.
I'm gonna try this. Because I didn't do the thing that the lady said. So, we were looking up, like, the clay stuff and whatnot. And we were trying to decide... I was looking up air dry clay and saw someone using it for the first time. And thought it would be interesting to try. And so this is... She said to make some slip. And I forgot to make the slip. So I'm going to try to make it really quickly.
Oh, we can wait on this one.
That's fine.
I was just setting it. Going for the more in-depth ones.
So not yesterday, what was it? The other day, my coworker brought me a binder for my Pokemon cards. And it's the first memory I've of having... Oh, this is so difficult to mix into... popsicle stick. Please.
One popsicle stick coming right
I
up.
don't have memory as a kid having a binder for Pokemon cards, so it kind of fulfilled a little sorting and
if anyone's interested, I'll go through with it.
right after I wash my hands.
How's I doing?
You're getting me a popsicle stick.
Oh yeah. Gotta get it off the rack.
Gummy bears on the list of things my jaw dislikes. They still taste nummy though. I haven't been able to eat candy much. I have a wisdom tooth that has been broken and needs to be removed.
I mean, that's why we missed Monday.
Is because I've been dealing with some of that. And then work stress. I've been working a lot more weird hours than my normal.
And a lot more of them.
And so...
You need to. crappy one.
Yay. Nothing in craft supplies is ever crappy.
Certainly is of utility.
So I haven't been able to eat candy because candy gets stuck in teeth very well. And so I don't want to risk it, but I have been able to eat baked goods. Hey, you want to mix that while I keep going? Let's see. It's so messy. I love it.
I can hear myself stirring this.
Let's stir it away. I was stirring it too, though.
Oh, that was you stirring it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now you're stirring it.
Let's see if I can hear myself.
You can hear it now.
Yeah, I can still hear it.
I don't know if I like this still. This is very strange. Very strange indeed. Alright. Next question about cheesy loops. I love coffee, mostly when it's filled with sugary sweetness. If I'm at the diner, how many sugar packets do I put in my coffee? 'Tis the next question. How do I do webbed?
Out of coffee? You didn't say that very clearly.
Huh?
Dictate. Just speak.
Dictation.
Check your diction. The clarity of which you speak your words. You got a good point, Bose.
Neil says 2.
2 sugar packets. Loves sugar. Can't have it, especially.
Does Hooded know the answer to this question?
17. 245.
What are you doing?
I should not have closed it.
Oh, you should not have closed the door.
Okay, I'm back.
From my life. Manny saying 3.
Ooh, coming in with the big numbers.
Cat saying 4.
I don't think Manny knows what he's playing for. And so Manny said...
Manny said
3.
3. Neil says 2. And Cat says 4. Would you like to take a guess at a number I put in my coffee?
7.
You're going to say 7. Hooded saying 7. Hooded doesn't know me very well, or he's just throwing a random number out there. Because the answer to how many packets of sugar I put in my coffee is 0. I put a ton of creamer in my coffee, but I don't put any sugar in my coffee.
That's cheating.
How is that cheating?
I'm going to rephrase the question. You're sitting in a diner with a cup of coffee, black. There's no cream nearby. How many packets of sugar are you going to put in that coffee to make it taste any kind of good?
Good morning, Make Pokemon Not War. Welcome in. We are using...
I hope you got some sleep.
Yeah, I hope you have some sleep, man. I wouldn't put any sugar in my coffee. I would drink it black. You know why?
Who's closest?
Neil was closest.
Neil was closest.
So the reason why I would drink it black is because sugar kind of gives it this like weird sweetness to the coffee, and it kind of brings out the bitter flavors. It doesn't take away from the bitter flavors. And so I wouldn't put creamer, or I wouldn't put sugar in my coffee because of that.
What kind of coffee would you get at a coffee shop?
How Make Pokemon says, how are you, Hooded?
Hey, buddy.
I don't really like what I've made, so I gotta restart again. What kind of coffee would I get at a coffee shop?
Do you like caramel and chocolate or vanilla with fruits?
Peppermint.
Oh, mint.
Peppermint.
I like chocolate and peppermint.
Yeah. I don't mind like syrup being put in my coffee. That's a little different. Hey Neil, just let you know your package was sent Monday morning. I hope you like it. Huh?
I liked what you made.
I didn't like it. It wasn't feeling right. And then, oh yeah, Kat and Neil already knows this, but if you know anybody who needs more subscribers, you are very welcome to drop any links you want to help people out. I have no problem. Neil likes to drop everybody's links who's in the chat, but he's welcome to share anybody else he wants to share. They don't have to be here to be shared. I like my sugar and cream with coffee. So I don't tend to take black coffee. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel proper.
Well, he doesn't know what we're making. So, do I need to explain it one more time? Is it going to get kind of annoying, me reading this over and over?
It might.
Wait, let us know, and we'll make sure it doesn't happen. I'll maybe post it so you can read it. But as you can see at the top of the screen, there's 3 words. Strider, Flint, and Creel. And she is currently making the Creel. I think Kat was the one who suggested one of those 3. She chose it first. She was the one who said something first. And so we chose it, and it was because it was kind of a water creature. But here's the bestiary description. The creel. Expelling a strange sort of air like an iridescent glossy ink, the creel spends most of its time in the water, swimming in schools. About the size of a young child, the creel leaps into the air, spraying its rainbow of gas as a mating display. Whatever is in the gas it expels keeps the creel afloat on its 6 webbed tentacles, and splayed out on the gas until the mate appears, and when the mate does appear, the creel is ready. It shoots out another batch of the gas, causing it to shoot high up into the air, often out of view. The mate is nestled safely in its webbed tentacles. With its other 2 claw arms attached to its head, or its body, it grabs its prey, dragging it underwater to its untimely demise, or high into the air to suffocate it to be a tasty snack for the mouth at the top of its head.
There you go. So that is what I'm trying to create. There's no frame of reference for this. This is all from the mind of Hooded and has no real world application. And by the way, Kat, if you want to use my chat to practice dropping links, you're welcome to do so. Because if you've not dropped links before, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Anne made me a mod in her chat, and it made me nervous, and so I had to learn how to do links and stuff because I'm not well versed in YouTube. So what we're trying to go for is cool things. But yeah, so if you want to practice, you drop all the links you want.
You know what else is cool? A pile of Oreos and a glass of milk.
A pile of Oreos.
Yeah. Because we're talking about sweet things.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know how they crush things up all over everything these days. Oreos in everything.
Uh-huh.
You got a question about that.
I do have a question about Oreos. What is it? Oh yeah, I can't see it very well. Were Oreos... what does that say?
Where are Oreos?
Oh, where are Oreos best crushed up? I have a great evening putting my daughter to sleep.
There's 4.
Good luck, Manny.
1 of 4. There's ice cream, a cream pie, cake or frosting on a cake, or with pudding and gummy worms.
So where do I find Oreos to be the best place for crushed? Where do I find the best place for crushed up Oreos? And what
Ice cream,
Ice cream?
and a cream pie with graham crust, cake or frosting on the cake, and or pudding with gummy worms. Those are the 4 options.
I'm not a fan of Oreos by themselves. Like, I'll eat them. The only Oreos I've ever really loved was the pistachio thin Oreos, and then they disappeared forever. Because the rule is, once you like something, they disappear. Ow! I think I have a splinter in my hand and I don't know where. Catlin, I click on the person image next to the name and then give an option to drop a link. Oh, interesting. I've always had to... I've never tried dropping links off my phone. Oh no, I would have to click on the little 3 dots beside someone's name on my phone. And I'm not sure how it works on iPhone because I have Android. And then go to that page and then go to their about and then copy that link in their about. That's how I've always done it on my phone. But Catlin says pudding and gummy worms. She says worms and dirt is a delicious dessert.
It's a great rhyme too.
It is. Worms and dirt is a delicious dessert. Hee. Alright, let's see what we come up with today. Is it coming together?
Not really.
Not really.
Complicated. We should get the video. Center it better.
Any other guesses? Neil, I don't think, wants to guess on this one because he doesn't like Oreos, which I can understand.
It was like cake or frosting.
So,
Cream pie, Oreo cream pie with graham crust.
so right here is, here, I can actually do this. This is pretty funny. I was doing this before the stream, just messing around. It's, green screen. I just went to the craft store and bought just a bunch, what do we got? A yard? 2 yards of green fabric. Kind of limey green. Let's see, I can show it on this camera. Kind of limey green. And that's what's behind me. And then you use chroma key on, I use chroma key on this camera.
OBS.
On the OBS. Hooded knows more.
Yeah,
And
you can get through this on a Discord pretty easily.
yeah.
You just ask a question in Discord. We're happy to help. I don't know a lot about this stuff though.
Yeah, we're learning this stuff as we go.
But we're happy to help others learn in the process of us learning. There's no harm in that. It's good.
And then my fabric's being held up. It is...
How do you say it? Pinned to the wall and then kind of coming off the wall a little more.
Yeah.
Stuck to a piece of metal, stuck to the bench.
Yeah, so we got a ruler and command stripped the ruler to the back of the bench I'm sitting at. And then command stripped the other end of the fabric over on the wall. And then pulled it tight. And then we use a clip to clip the fabric to the ruler. Use that tomorrow.
We have 2 different shades of green.
We do? Oh, that's a different shade, isn't
Look
it?
at it.
Yeah,
You can see
they are.
It just has to be a good solid green.
Yeah.
If it's anything too confusing, the computer won't quite get it. But if you get a good solid green, it'll work no matter what. Like this one, the lime green, but that one's more of a emerald green.
Yeah.
Just gotta be a green.
Yellow can mess it up. So, like, if you see some of my videos that look messed up, it's because chroma key got left on.
And it messed with the yellow.
And it messed with, like, the yellows or the blues.
And the reason why is because it's targeting a color that's not on the human face. There's no green on the human skin or hair, usually. So it doesn't
Managed to work Streamlabs out, and I did a 4-hour stream the other night building Lego Batmobile. Still got over 500 pages to go to complete it, though. That's a lot of pages, man.
A lot of pages.
What day did you stream on? I've been looking out for your streams, and I haven't seen them. Alright, I think I'm liking this kind of shape better. You want to set me up with another question, my dear?
Another way of doing that is to keep the conversation kind of moving, right?
Okay.
So the question you could ask is more along the lines of the tiramisu, right?
Oh.
So do we know what tiramisu is?
So I have made tiramisu a couple of times.
Go ahead and work through what it tastes like or how to make it. One of the two.
It's you take ladyfingers,
Which is a very dry,
dry
porous cookie
cookie, yeah, and you soak them in coffee.
for a long time.
No, just for a bit.
You
Actually,
get really in the whole biscuit, right? Not
no,
just on the outside.
no. It's literally I actually make the cream base, which I use.
Ricotta?
No, what is it called?
Marzipan.
I think it was Friday night. I was gonna stream out the weekend, but since my gran, I understand that. I hope your gran gets better.
It's sad.
I think what I read in Discord was that you were thinking she was gonna go home, and then she didn't go home. They were all planned for her to go home. She didn't. What did I use? It's not ricotta. It's
Marzipan.
Not marzipan. Mascarpone.
Mascarpone.
Yeah, you take mascarpone and
It's a kind of sweet
creams
cheese.
and stuff like that. Neil doesn't like tiramisu. Neil, do you like coffee?
What does Neil like?
That's a good question.
Does Neil like a steak? Mashed potatoes? Roasted carrots? Peaches that have been... what's the word? Not marinade. Pickled. Peaches that have been pickled in honey?
Cat doesn't like coffee. Cat, do you like tea?
Are you a liney?
I like tea as well. It depends on my mood, depends on what I want.
I drink tea. Almost exclusively. I don't really drink much else besides...
Neil likes coffee. It was meant to go home Tuesday, but she had a bad turn Monday night again, and they had to keep her. Well, I'm not happy that she took a bad turn, but I'm happy she took a bad turn where people were there to help her. If she was going to take a bad turn, at least it was there instead of at home. My grandmother passed away, funnily enough, not from COVID, but during, I think she passed away April because of other issues. And in January, I had flown out, went to go visit her. She had taken a bad fall and flew out in January. Got her back home. Messaged her in March, seeing how she was doing. She said they were staying at home, and then April she fell again, and she just didn't bounce back from that.
Now that we're on that note, we can talk about food that was made when she was born. Tiramisu, an ancient food.
He said something else. Pneumonia. Yeah. Tea is too tart or bitter. No one in my family drinks it, so I don't know how to prepare it right.
You gotta get chai tea. You get some of that sweetness.
Tea, I don't do loose leaves. I tend to do...
We've done it before.
We've done like
hardcore loose leaf.
Yeah, we did some loose
Really
leaves.
good stuff. And it was fun, but it wasn't satisfying.
But
you know what goes really well with a cup of tea? Some tiramisu.
oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a lot going on because chat and then
We get it. We get it. I'm just trying to hold us on
Crazy.
track with tiramisu.
I know you want to hold us on track with tiramisu, but I want us to stretch out my heart tendrils
That's
to
fair.
make Pokemon
He needs
because
the love, and we do love you.
tea doesn't have boiling water if you're using loose leaf, but tea bags just boiling water. Yeah, so loose leaf tea, you have to have a specific temperature of the water, but the bags of tea is boiling water. And we have an electric tea kettle that helps us get boiling water. But then it also depends on what you put in your tea to help it not be so bitter. I like cream in my tea. Tiramisu.
We had a family affair where you made some.
Yes, I made some tiramisu. And
Just poured your heart and soul into it.
well, we hadn't gotten all the ingredients yet, but we... Hello, Diamonds! Welcome in. We are trying
Just
a
about
new...
to ask a question, too.
Yeah, we're going to ask a question of
Hopefully your phone will act
cheesyisms. So, but ladyfingers are a weird thing to try to get. And the question about these ladyfingers is, how many stores did Hooded go to find me ladyfingers? They're
Specifically supermarkets, where they're selling not only the food, but also clothing and stuff. I didn't really go to any grocery stores. That's the mark I was making with that. The supermarkets.
You were specifically supermarkets?
Yeah, I didn't go
Okay.
any grocery stores, because I'm pretty sure I just found it there. Now I'm thinking back on it. Like, any grocery store.
But, so you take the mascarpone mixture. So you take your mascarpone mixture, mix it up, and then you take your ladyfingers and soak them in coffee. And then you take them out of the coffee and you put them in the dish. And then you lay their mascarpone, and then you do another layer of ladyfingers. It's actually really easy to make, even though it's really expensive at the stores. Kat says 4. Neil says 3.5. Interesting. Now, I don't know this full answer, but it does. When I was at work, one of the blokes who got the milk ended up getting banana milkshake for the fridge, and everyone made their tea and coffee on break and wondered why their tea tasted funny. Banana milk and tea. Wow, that's it. That would be very interesting. I bet you can find a tea that would taste good in. I don't know what tea that would be. Make Pokemon says 5. Diamonds, do you have a guess? For how many stores, supermarkets, he's saying supermarkets, Hooded went to find me ladyfingers?
Supermarkets is defined as a place that sells food and other things like clothing or an auto department, anything that has more than just food. Because that's where I should have gone, now that I'm looking back on it.
Well, I think we also kept looking after to be like, okay, I know they're somewhere because I've bought them at a store before.
I don't think we went to Winco,
I don't think we went there either.
which is a local grocery store, non-supermarket store. Although they have some things that aren't food.
That was
Very
quite
cool.
nice. But if Diamonds is having problems with his phone, we're going to release the answer in 3, 2, 1.
Let's count down.
Hooded.
Answer's 4.
Answer is 4.
Three physical ones and Amazon.
So yeah, he went to 3 physical stores to find me these ladyfingers, and eventually we're just like, okay, we're not finding it anywhere. We're just gonna go to Amazon, and I ordered ladyfingers off of Amazon and had them delivered to the house. It was the funniest thing I think I've ever had delivered.
2 points.
So this clay is not working the way I'm used to, and so I'm forgetting that.
You could have it splayed out.
I know, I think I'm liking what I'm doing here so far, and I just got to get it attached the way I need it to. And I'm forgetting the rules of air dry clay, which is lots of air pockets in what you're doing, and then combine them so the air pockets, yeah. Oh no! Yeah, these are gonna be failures. I love it. Anyways, I just popped in to say hello, leave a little like, and keep asleep again. Woke up from my sleep and luckily seen you streaming. Thank you for coming in, Make Pokemon Not War. I am going to let you know, I do plan on shipping out your Gengar sometime within the next week.
You'll get a message on Discord.
Yeah, I'll message you the what's it
Tracking?
called? The tracking number. I'll message you the tracking number.
Get some rest.
It could be we hit up the post office tomorrow.
It could be you stream earlier tomorrow.
I'm not streaming tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you wanted to stream some Pokemon.
Oh.
Maybe we can make Pokemon before he goes to bed. And just do an early stream, see who shows up.
Just kind of hang out and make a...
That's all it is. Making your Pokemon like you do every day, I think.
Oh, yeah, it would have to be early because there's some people I want to watch tomorrow night.
That's true.
Because I know there's big things going on with new Paldea Evolved. I'm excited to ship it out. I feel really bad I haven't shipped it out yet, but...
It looks really good. We gotta put the finishing touches on it. You know, every detail counts.
Their finishing touches are done. I just have to seal them
like the
tonight.
sealing and stuff.
Yeah, I just have to seal them. But they'll be... Ow.
Finishing touches are done.
Finishing touches are done. Now it's just protecting touches. And... my arm resting on this wet towel is causing me to itch. I'm thirsty.
7-4.
Hooded makes a fine working boy.
Working.
It's not. Nah, I wouldn't say working boy.
Working.
I just didn't want to say slave or anything. Right. Wait, no! I dropped a clay on the dog, and I don't know where it went. Have a good night, Make Pokemon.
Come on.
Come on. It can stay fallen.
Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you doing?
Oh.
You were just too sleepy, huh? Oh, you're so mad at me.
I think servant's a good name for you, my little servant. I pay you in the joy that is my love.
I do love your love.
Oh, I'm kind of excited about Paldea Evolved. I haven't bought anything yet, mostly because I want to take care of some other things first. But here soon I will have, I want to buy a whole, like I did on Dark Echo where I bought a whole thing of it. I want to buy another whole thing of it, booster box. Because that, one, it gave me a ton of cards doing that, so I can do some more Pokemon, clay Pokemons. But that way I get the bulk of them right then and there. Ha ha ha, bulk. Alright.
We're talking about candy.
I am not liking
And if
this
candy
anymore.
were Pokemon and they were in fights, who would win? Kit Kat or Reese's?
Who would win in a fight, Kit Kat or Reese's? Now, are we saying which one's better, or are they actually physically
They're like
fighting?
physically fighting. Like, is the bones of the Kit Kat going to help the depth and or width of the Reese's?
Diablo 4.
I mean,
I want to get Diablo 4 so bad. So bad.
why?
Because I love Diablo. And it would be so much fun to play. But
You don't know how much you love playing games.
But I have other responsibilities. Catlin says Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat will win in a physical fight. I don't know how physical fights work there. I am not
Play with it.
feeling this creature very well.
You had a perfectly good start.
I know, and then it kept breaking.
Is it the creature or is it the clay?
It's the clay. I'm not working with it proper. I think I'm not working with this clay proper.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
That's what I was telling
Catlin says Kit Kat. Now, Catlin, do you say Kit Kat because Kit Kat is your favorite candy bar? Spoiler warning. That's not a spoiler warning. One, we kind of could assume that it was awesome. And two, you didn't give anything away.
There is a correct answer to the candy bar question.
Oh, there's...
It's not just
like in
which one would win in a fight. It's not like... It's clearly which one would win. It's
Right.
clear to me.
Right.
It's not some boxing match where I'm not sure who's got the upper hand. It's clear one of them has the upper hand.
It's clear
Yeah.
that one of them has the upper hand.
It's like if the dude has a sword and the other guy is missing an arm. The guy with the sword's gonna win, right? Well, one of these candies is missing an arm and the other one's got a sword. Who is it?
I'd have to say Kit Kat wins.
It would just
They're
skew
bigger,
the Reese's
they're
and
taller,
destroy it.
and it's stronger. Yeah, it could skewer Reese's
It's got
really
sturdier
easy.
bones. It's gotta be the Kit Kat.
I don't know if I like this air dry clay. I think I may be working it with it in a wrong state of mind.
I think that the only time I've seen it used, it stays on the table.
Yeah, it just sits there
And
and
you gotta
stays.
work on it.
But then I can't do, like, underneath.
It's about the angle you're working with then. You're trying to create a fully 3D model.
Well, yeah, you wanted legs on this one. We're both cats. Can't root for Reese's against Kit Kat.
Especially since it's got such a soft, squishy middle. Chocolate on around the edges is pretty rigid, but not as rigid as the Kit Kat
Right.
with its nougat and wafer combo. Whatever it's in there.
Alright, what if we do this? What if we do this? I appreciate your guys' patience with my learning curve of this whole thing. 'Cause I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Now, I like Reese's,
You know, Reese's are tasty.
and I like Kit Kats.
They got the good crunch.
Kit Kats do got that wafer, though.
Got that crunch.
Them Kit Kats
Of
have
course,
that
you can find a lot of Reese's
wafer.
with crunch now.
They have a creamy Reese's, which I kind of wanted to pick up, but candy's been kind of for me. And they have a crunchy Reese's. Alright.
Ooh, I love it. You'll have to send it through Discord to show us.
Yes, please. That would be so cool. If you need the description again, you just let us know and we'll give you the description again.
Over and over as many times as you need. And any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll answer them.
So do you want to explain where these creatures live a little bit?
Well, to explain that, I would have to explain what the locale is of where you would see them. So, like, if you want to know about the sharks that live off the Australian coast, you need to know about Australia, right?
A little bit,
To
yeah.
get the environment.
Yeah.
And so, well, I can also say that all three of these live on the same island that has an island chain above it and below it. They're called Wisticks altogether. The Wis is a representation of the main continent, and sticks are what they call islands out there. And in the north, there are very bright, shiny, sunny islands. Lots and lots of sun. And in fact, the race that lives there, they're glowing basically from how much sun they're getting. And it's kind of like a tropical feel out there, but there's this particular hole in between one of the islands, which is a very common nesting ground for these creatures. So they like to be up in the air and below, but they avoid land entirely. They wouldn't be able to move on land. They don't have the right body shape or anything. It would feel weird for them. They aren't built for it. But
Right.
they are built for both the air and the water. And so there's this giant hole in between the islands that they go to kind of live for the most part, unless they're out exploring or up in the air exploring. What was the question? The environment.
The environment they're in.
And the environment is studded with coral all down the hole, like on the side, a kind of coral that is built up on a vertical edge in this massive pit in between two of the islands. Up in the sunny islands. Because on the other chain of islands, it's very cold, very mountainous, low vegetation.
Realize that.
And whereas the continent has different habitats. That's not the right word. Biomes. Different little biomes on it. There's a small desert, big mountainous regions, even cliffs facing the ocean. Really big one, very famous one.
Give it its domey shape. There we go.
Make what you're making here, the crab head that you make just right on top of that. Crab arms.
Crab arms.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out how to work with this stuff.
Good.
I think that's my biggest issue is I wasn't sure how to work.
6 webbed tentacles. It allows them to propel themselves very quickly underwater and above land using the gas, the iridescent gas they expel, which they can expel in the water to move faster as well. I mean, it's kind of sometimes necessary for them to like shoot up out of the hole. They like to do it like dolphins like to jump up out of the water, but they don't come back down for much longer. They just poof up into the air often, unless they're hunting for a mate, in which they'll lay the gas right above the water until the mate comes and then shoot straight up into the air.
I like the gas part because it's iridescent. Look how crackly my fingers are. I'm first again. Ow. Ah. I don't remember them all anymore.
The people say that the ink is sour. But if you taste it, it's not ink, it's a gas, but the gas tastes sour. And it's lighter than air because that's what's kind of holding them up. They're webbed between their tentacles, kind of forming an umbrella to kind of rest on top of the lighter gas that they can expel. But that is said to be very sour, like a sour candy. And there's farms of them with harvesting the gas in an eco-friendly way, because the race is very eco-friendly. They live with the animals. They live with them in a lot of ways. But we've tasted sour candies. We both love sour candies.
I love sour candy. So, what's the best way to get a sour candy? How do you word this again? I forgot how you worded it.
To taste more sour.
To taste
in your mouth.
even more sour. There's a
hint, it's not putting it directly on your tongue. It's putting it somewhere in your mouth.
Yeah, so you can take a sour candy, drop it on your tongue, and it'll be sour, but then you can put it somewhere else in your mouth, and it'll be extra sour. Where is that? It's my favorite thing to do. I love eating sour candy and doing this thing. And it makes it extra sour. Eee. Cat says under your tongue. Which is true. Under your tongue. I don't know what is under your tongue that you can have that sour feeling, but it's tasty.
It is good. It makes you salivate.
Makes you salivate so much.
Never thirsty.
I bought sour candy yesterday. Like sour candy drops, so I didn't have to chew anything. It was so tasty. But yesterday, and I was living out my... My boss was saying, because I was telling her about my Pokemon cards and everything, the boss was saying that I was truly feeling my 11-year-old self yesterday. Sour candy, Pokemon cards, all that jazz. Do 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 do. Excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. Kat, do you like sour candy? Or Neil, if you're hiding in here. Or sour things. I like all sour things. The sourer, the better. You having fun over there? No, can't take sour or spicy at all.
Yeah, it's like, you did it wrong.
You did it wrong.
I do this, I should.
Hooded's playing with the stream. I love it. I like spicy, but it's just not too spicy. Like, sriracha might be too spicy for me. But, I love hot sauce and... what's the spicy thing I like? Chips and salsa. I love spicy chips and salsa. Wee! You are pulling away from where I want you to. Yeah, this stuff is very strange. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Geronimo! Something just fell. Wind's blowing nicely again. Listen, my tool.
Maybe that would be a better way of doing it.
There you go. That way you guys have it always up at the top.
Well, once I fix it, I'm trying to change it so that the color's a different color.
Yeah, I'm not minding this air dry clay so much now that I'm not holding it the whole time. I think that was my problem. I was just trying to hold it the whole time. Do-do-do. I need a fit. You know, I cut pies into sixths for a job and I can't do it here. Alright, I think I got it. So, Kat, do you do a lot of drawing for or artwork or anything? Is this ready? Yeah, it's kind of ready. Choo 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 choo. Slip. You having fun down there?
I'm just trying to... I copied it. So I didn't put it in there the way it's natural to be.
I see. On and off, I should do it more often. You should do it more often.
Well, I think that we're going to be doing this on a regular basis with a bunch of different monsters. I think next week I'll have 3 more completely different to choose from. And
If I even
3
get
more
through
after
one.
that. You'll get through one. Come on.
It's a learning
You
curve
got
on this
yourself.
stuff.
You got this.
This stuff is a learning curve. I need to figure this out. I'm really kind of excited to see what you got going on, Kat.
There you go.
But it's got a pretty vivid imagination.
Not so sure this is helping.
Just constantly moving stuff around.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out where would be the best place to put this that's out of the way. I think it may be right there.
That's not bad, because I'm staying in this area.
We can also make it transparent a little bit more in case you...
Right. I think Hooded's finally happy with where he put that. Also doing this kind of like building a thing out of a description only. Kind of exercises your brain a little bit, trying to figure out what to create. How you see things in your brain. Keeping the clay wet so it doesn't get too bad. Whee! And then my fingers get slippery and I can't make my tentacle. Oh. You know what's funny is I've done things all day today that have made me messy. I have this special cleaner at work that we use to clean because I work at a convenience store, as they like to call it.
A corner store, gas station.
Corner store, gas station.
There's another one out east. I don't remember what they say. I hear it on television sometimes.
That might be the name of it.
No. Well, I mean, like, you're thinking maybe the Wawa in
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We hear about that a lot, but I'm not thinking of that. It's usually underneath a bunch of housing.
Oh, I have no idea. But,
I remember Dad made a joke about it, and the fish had one up in the attic.
oh, I have
when
no
the
idea.
RV was down.
But,
That's the thing. Take
uh,
that back.
there you go.
I was just stirring it to keep it kind of moving.
Yeah. But, so to keep the cement at the pumps kind of clean, there's a special cleaner that we use. So I spent an hour today outside scrubbing concrete and scrubbing this microbe powder stuff into that concrete to help eat all the oil. And then after that, I was looking at our sidewalk and we had extra time, and I looked at my boss. I'm like, okay, now that that's done, I really want to clean off our sidewalk because it looks kind of soda poppy, because people like to spill their pop all over our sidewalk. And so I spent another hour doing that. But that was after all of our orders were turned in and our lunch was made. Thrown up on the rollers. And first Deacon.
It's almost gone too. There it is. I'm gonna go pour the other one in.
Okay. So, another cheesy question.
Cheesy.
Another cheesy question.
Well,
I'm going down.
you know what's interesting? What's interesting? Hold on. It'll lead into what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to interrupt.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about this creature, and this creature eats a special kind of fruit that grows underwater.
Okay.
And it doesn't just eat it; it like picks it up and hoards it, down in the cave where it lives in that big hole, or unless it's living in a different hole somewhere else. Because there could be other locations, but this is the one that's being reported. There may be other locations, we don't know.
Okay.
But deep in that hole, they hoard fruit.
They hoard
So the
fruit.
question is, in a fruit salad, what is the worst fruit? When there's cherries, peaches, pears, and pineapple, what is the one you're least likely to eat?
Yeah, so what out of cherries, pears, peaches, and pineapples, what is the reason why I would turn away a fruit salad? That's loud.
Sorry. It's also hot.
And I'm realizing now that we should have switched the gummy bear question and this question, because I think they found the answer to this question because of the gummy bear question.
Did we specify the fruit color that the yellow wasn't happy
Yes.
with? But that's good. We like that you guys understand.
It is pineapple.
It's the whole goal. It's to get points.
Pineapple is gross. I don't like pineapple. I love mango. I actually like most fruits. There's probably not any... Yes. I'll eat almost any other fruit except for pineapple. Ow, ow. Thank you, my...
Yes, my love.
my
Anything you desire.
Thank you, my servant. I know, pineapple, I've tried over and over again to eat pineapple in different ways. There's a restaurant out here where they like glaze the pineapple in honey and cook it in a grill, and everybody raves about pineapple. And I don't know why. Which cracks me up, because the other reason why, because white gummy bears can be also another flavor. Often are they coconut? Can they be coconut? Coconut's also gross. I don't like anything about coconut. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. I'm not even doing anything with that hand and it hurts. Like, at all. And it shouldn't be hurting in that spot either. I love apples. I love lemons and limes. Lemon baked goods are some of the best baked goods, though. I have a lemon Danish at my work. And it's so good. And we can't even order it right now. Either it's out in the warehouse or they're having problems with the number. I think on Friday I'll get it. Hello, Comics fan. Welcome in. Where is my hand? I can't tell what I'm pointing at. Right here is a description that Hooded has made up of a creature. And I'm trying to, for the first time, use air dry clay and create this creature that has no reference in the real world.
Other than the words.
Other than the words. I wanted the little spikies to come out a bit more. I think I ruined it for some of them. Yeah.
Didn't know if you had seen a picture of what I was thinking.
I kind of been making that, haven't I? But I'm also trying not to use reference photos.
Oh, fair enough.
Because I don't want to be influenced by anything but my imagination and what I remember.
I see. Morning, Neil. You must be out in another world.
Whereabouts are you from, Comics fan? Don't tell me it's really early in the morning for you.
Are you an alt of Lego Greymon? Or no, big Pokemon. Another world.
Another world. Alright. Eepa, eepa. Eep, 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 eep.
Finland. Well, welcome to our little hole in Idaho, in America.
Finland. That's cool.
It is another world, isn't it?
It is another world. Alright.
And Catelyn has been saying she is drawing a picture of this thing. I can't wait to see it myself.
So excited to see it.
Yeah. Even if it's like, whether it's good or bad, I want to see it. I mean, this is kind of a dream of mine, to see other people's vision of mine. My words. Yeah.
You got any more of this?
So feel free to say more. Or do it yourself and send it in, and we would love to see what this thing looks like. But this iridescent ink that tastes kind of sour, it could be because of the fruit that it hoards.
Uh-huh.
But fishermen like to actually bake it into food, like baked goods.
Okay.
And it's common to have a baked good filled with this iridescent gas, so when you bite into it, it kind of just fills your face up instead of a cream that you kind of get in your mouth.
Uh-huh.
You get an intense smell of sour and sweetness. But we like on Earth to make donuts and put cream inside of them, so it's kind of like that. But imagine instead of the cream, it's air, and that gas kind of gets up in your nose, and you get a taste of a different way. So the question is, what kind of cream filling, or what kind of filling?
What kind of filling do I like in my donuts?
That's the question.
That is the question.
This is good.
We've just been having fun answering questions about me.
We'd like to hear about you too. If you would like to talk about donuts.
Yeah, you can give us your input. Won't tell it's early. I'm not. I'm not brushing my teeth. That's kind of cool though. I was just worried it was too early and you're staying up late and then popping in. Like Pokemon was here and he woke up in the middle of the night and then went back to bed. I woke up at, oh, did I tell you this morning I was almost late for work? I got pulled into the parking spot with 5 minutes left before I had to go inside.
Not bad.
I know. Not excited about that. Normally I like sitting there for a while.
That is not you. You're right.
I like sitting there for a bit and getting my brain ready for work. And
Have a cup of coffee.
I don't have
Oh,
coffee.
you're right. You don't, because you have to go into work to get a coffee.
I have to go into work to get a coffee.
Okay, so that fruit question I last asked was a dud, but what about this one? You're walking down the juice aisle, and you're going to choose a juice.
I'm going to choose a juice.
There's 4 options.
Uh-huh.
You have apple juice,
Uh-huh.
a fruit punch,
Uh-huh.
like a mixture,
Uh-huh.
a cran raspberry, or a grape juice.
Which one do I choose?
That's the question.
Apple, fruit punch, cran raspberry, or grape juice? Ooh! I can't wait to see. Oh, wait. I can kind of sneak peek it here. I think I can sneak peek it. Can I sneak peek it? Oh, interesting. Oh, that is not what I was seeing at all. She got apple. Time here is 6:15 in the morning. And Catelyn says I'm gonna pick apple. I really like that. It's lizard instead of.
I didn't see it.
I know you didn't. It was really light. I'll show you after. Or
When she's done, I'd love to see it.
yeah,
Well, you can see the work in progress. I don't mind that. I want to see all the finished products.
you gotta finish it, Catelyn. Now you have time to finish it. No rush. Take your time with it. But it looks really cool.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Hey, that is so cool.
You know?
Okay, I think I like this. Dig and dig and dig
You
and
said
dig.
devil is the details, but that never made any sense because a devil is something you don't want,
And the
but
details.
the details are something you want.
Right.
It's like candy is in the details. Dopamine's in the details.
So Catelyn said apple. And I've not seen anybody else answer the question. So I am going to say my answer is cranberry raspberry juice. I love cranberry juice. And cranberry raspberry is my favorite juice. What is that? That was on the stove. What's over there?
Tinfoil, maybe. Everything's fine. Oh, it could be this thing snapping a little bit.
Oh, I wonder. The mouth on the top of the head threw me for a bit. I'm gonna have to look at it because like my laptop's like way over there, and I couldn't see fine details of it.
Actually, do I have?
You should have Discord over there.
No, but do I want to pull it up? I want to see the finished thing. Like with you, I barely even want to see your work in progress.
Decided against cranberry. Yeah, I love cranberry raspberry. Actually, I might go for some cranberry raspberry this weekend. I'll buy a jug of cranberry raspberry and because nobody else drinks it, like if I know someone else is going to drink it, I won't do this. But because no one else drinks it, I'll just drink it straight from the jug and I'll finish it in a day and a half. But
Not even anywhere near what was in my head.
I know.
So much.
it is so cool. He loves it, by the way. He looked at it
I
and
couldn't
he
help
loves it. Just want you to stay there. Stay there. Medium tool. Re-wet. If you want, I will post the other descriptions of the other two.
If you don't have time to work on them today.
If I don't have time to work on them today, which we've been going for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we'll post the other descriptions in the Discord too, and you can kind of work with that. So you can have all the other ones too.
Or you can wait until you're working on one and work with you too. Either way.
Well, that way she can formulate plans, because I had at least some heads up.
And the truth is, I don't think you're going to do those two. We're going to get 3 new ones next time.
That's true.
And go back to them maybe some other day.
Unless we don't. Like, because the big boy I might not have time for. I would have used my tablet, but it's already past 11 here. Yeah, it is 9 o'clock here. Wow, this is going to be such a mess to clean up. I'm loving this. Okay. Oh, the table's going to be a mess to clean up too. My towel trick is helping.
Too. I kind of made these up right before we started too, so mine kind of came out at the same working state. It's not quite, polished as normal is.
10:30 here. Different versions for the same description. Yeah. There's a YouTube that we like to watch. It was Drawfee, and they did something similar. They would do stuff like this.
Drawing something of the same thing.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of it being multiple art forms, because then you could craft hers and she could draw yours.
Right.
And that's really cool too. And it could be the same creature, but in different areas of the world.
Bump the camera.
For this. Really interesting concepts. Love it.
Especially when there's like not much to go off of. And so you're just kind of sorry, I got focused. Let's see how this goes.
And we can always come back to the ones we haven't done. They'll just be there, ready to be worked on and made fresh and different.
And then we kind of wanted to make it interesting for, like, because I know a lot of people who come in here are not Pokemon fans or understand a lot of what's going on with Pokemon. And so I kind of wanted to make diversified things. I thought it was a great idea. Oh, my brain just wide open. I need to get more down here because this will snap if I don't. Oh, that's a funny feeling. Feeling the clay rehydrate, because I dipped my finger in the water. Feeling the clay rehydrate that was on my finger is such a funny feeling. Oh yeah, the whole thing needs to turn. $10.20. Neil, are you having any more health issues? Or is it mental? You don't have to say what it is if you don't want to. But I'm curious because I know you were having a little bit of medicine issues. I feel like that's gonna snap, and I should have put armature in it. So let's see what I do.
I think the nature of being air dry means you still can.
Could be.
You could take that and jam the wire into it, and then jam the wire in.
Something is still moving back there.
I think it's the door.
Okay. that.
I'm going to try and keep it on the topic of candy.
Ooh, candy.
You don't like hard candy.
I don't like hard candy.
So no Jolly Ranchers.
I had to be in a special mood for Jolly Ranchers.
Or like gummy Jolly Rancher, maybe.
Gummy
The
Jolly
flavor's
Ranchers.
good.
Yeah,
You
the
don't like
flavors are
hard
good.
Candy.
Yeah, I would rather not
You don't
have.
like Werther's Originals. Like those kinds of hard candies.
Right.
You know, a Jawbreaker.
No, not really. Oh, okay. That's good to hear. More
We do
or
love
less.
you, Neil. We want you to be comfortable.
Oy!
Safe. Jumped out at you.
It's so slippery when you get your fingers wet. This is kind of interesting. Listen, you should try. Whenever you feel like you see someone doing a cool craft, you should always just try it and have fun and fail, because let me tell you, this is amazing. I was totally expecting to, like, I'm going to do this stream and I'm not going to have anything for an end product. One.
You've already gotten pretty close.
Two, even if I do get an end product, it's probably going to crack, break, and just crumble all around me. But this has been great.
We will post pictures of it on Discord too.
Yeah.
The finished product.
And then painting's been fun for me, so I'll get it painted too. After it's dry, so in like
Give it its color,
3-4 days, yeah.
which I didn't really dictate in the image here, but some of the
Have
other
a good
ones
day,
have it.
comics fan. Thanks for coming in.
Have a good day at work. Out in Finland.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
What do you do? Chop down trees?
Oh,
What do they do in Finland? I don't know what Finland is.
like every other human being, you weirdo.
Did you go into an office? Do they have offices in Finland?
They probably have offices in Finland, weirdo.
What kind of candies do they think they have in Finland?
Ooh.
Probably licorice.
What's
Those
your
people out there like licorice.
What's your favorite strange candy?
That's a great question. Any answer we'd love to get. I
wanna
think my
know.
strange candy, let's see. I love Jawbreakers.
That's not strange.
You don't see them all the time.
I already see it cracking.
Mexican candies are pretty strange.
Mexican candies are really good.
Not sure it's anything good. My favorite. I prefer sweet than sour with my candy. Or not
Spicy.
sour, spicy, yeah. I don't mind sour, but spicy's really good and not sweet and savory. Spicy's really good and savory. I do love the Crystal Rock candy.
See, that's
They
hard
put on a
candy.
stick.
Anything on a stick, I don't like. My sticks need to stay sticks.
I chop down a tree and shave it into a small piece of wood and jam it into some frozen popsicle.
No,
That's
no
just-
popsicles.
That's no good, huh?
No popsicles.
Well, I mean, the stick itself.
No.
No popsicles at all.
Like, I love corn dogs, but after the corn dog is cooked, I take the stick off before I eat it. Because it's the only way I'll have. Not strange, but I think they're discontinuing. And M&M candy bar.
I remember that.
That wasn't even that long ago.
That wasn't. No.
I wonder if I still have some at my work.
Weird.
I'm gonna have to look. On Friday, I'm gonna look and see if I still have M&M candy bars.
What's the sexiest M&M?
What's
I want to say yellow.
Yeah. He's such a goober.
He's got such a strong, noble body in that peanut shape. And he's got kind eyes. Unlike Red, who's got mean eyes.
Did you see that they made a candy bar with Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles with the foot?
Oh, sorry. Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles
And just eat them.
in the chocolate bar.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
In the chocolate bar.
There's cereal in it.
My favorite. Why would they do this to me? Like I said, What was it that I was just talking about? That they
Time is a circle. It'll come back. Don't worry.
they discontinued something I
We
really
need to hoard
loved.
them. They'll probably come back in like 2082. You'll have a chance.
2082. When we're old and decrepit.
I'm not going to be old. I'm going to have a new body.
You're gonna have a new body.
Robot body.
You're gonna have a robot body.
I'm going to be a superhero. Flying through space. Saving alien lives.
Hey, no more earthquakes. I don't know if I feel up to getting any more. I still got so much I want to do on this thing. Learned about Peeps at Pepsi and Mountain Dew Spicy Hot today. Yeah, so I can tell you that Peeps earthquake. Quit it with the earthquakes. Gosh. Peeps Pepsi is disgusting. Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Did you try that?
I did.
And it wasn't
I
flamin'.
would rather eat the Flamin' Hot than drink it.
Right.
Don't know why spicy and sweet need to go together that much. It's good, but it's not. They're not doing it in a way that is the best it could be. I think, especially with Flamin' Hot and Mountain Dew. That's disgusting.
That was disgusting.
Except for I love Flamin' Hot.
Yeah,
And Mountain Dew's good.
I'm not a big fan of Flamin' Hot, like
But-
Cheetos and stuff like that. But
Pepsi and Peeps is
Pepsi and Peeps.
unholy.
see,
It's
and
unholy. Good things can be unholy. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but that is definitely unholy. It is sugar on sugar on sugar, flavored like sugar. And Pepsi's already very sweet, whereas Coca-Cola's got a real kind of bitter, sour twin tinge to it.
right. But with the whole like Peeps Pepsi thing, Neil. If you like it, then I'm happy you got it to try it and enjoyed it. I'm playing with my cracky fingers. But it is really weird when you can taste the sugar that coats the Peeps separately from all the other sugar inside the Pepsi. It was the weirdest. Like, there wasn't like bits of sugar in it, but it felt like it with the flavor. They did really good on getting that Peep flavor in there. But I already don't like marshmallows.
I'm
probably.
not a big fan of Peeps at all.
I'm not a big fan
love
of Peeps.
I love them, but I would never think of putting them in a beverage.
Right, and not Pepsi.
I would toast them and see what happens.
Like, if you did a Peeps hot chocolate, that would make more sense. I was really sick once and had some Mountain Dew just before, and now I will not drink it. Everybody has that one thing they will not eat again because they were sick. I did for a bit. I had to stop eating peanut butter for a little
And you
bit.
still don't eat bubblegum.
I will not eat bubblegum. I dislike bubblegum so much because
Kudos to you, cat. That's a tough thing to do.
it is. I quit drinking soda for 3 years and I went back, but I don't drink as much as I did before. And I don't drink the same soda because it changed the flavor for me. I tried drinking Coca-Cola. I would drink tons of Coca-Cola. And then I quit drinking the Coca-Cola and now it doesn't taste right. I'm looking for Exacto. I'm looking for Exacto that's not my new Exacto.
Do you know where your new one is?
Yes.
I'll take it out and use it because I don't know who yours is.
Oh, I don't want to get it all dirty.
Well, perhaps you should have made this one more evident where you placed it.
Oh, right there.
Oh, right there. It's not
I
even
put it
near-
away. I
not
put
even
it
the place
away.
I looked. And you found the lid.
I found the lid and I put it away.
Good. Do
Put
that
it-
more often.
It gets on me for not putting my tools away.
She doesn't put her tools away. She doesn't. She leaves them on the table.
I do. Because I have
I can't wait till we have a desk.
someone to put them away for me.
That is massive kudos to you. I didn't even think of that.
Oh,
Jeez.
like my brain tickled.
Venus flytrap.
My brain tickled when I thought of this.
You see this cat? What she's doing with the mouth? Oh, that's creepy.
I know it's supposed to be like this gentle sounding thing, but
It's actually quite helpful.
that is really. Can you figure out what that is? The tinfoil tent. Now let's see if I can execute the rest of what my brain is tingled about. The wind's blowing this little, like we made a tinfoil tent for, to bake the little, thingamabib I showed earlier. And, it's creeping me out because it creaks. Did I say my favorite kind of weird candy? No, I didn't. It's hard for me to pick favorites. I like a lot of candy.
I mean, favorites really don't make sense, do they?
No.
Having this one thing that you really like when there's an infinite number of things to try.
Chocolate covered cinnamon bears. I love chocolate covered
You
cinnamon.
love chocolate covered cinnamon bears. You can't even get close to trying to disprove that.
I can't eat chocolate covered cinnamon bears.
Right now. When you get in a month, hopefully. In a month, within the month.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta make that phone call.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they get their stuff together.
Yeah.
No Pokemon isn't out yet.
Nope, I gotta still do the recording. Remember?
No, the Pokemon, the music playing right now.
Oh. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me today.
Gotta get teeps in there somehow.
I'm working on it.
Ooh, scary.
Oop, bump, bump. Quit bumping. Is that a little better? That's a little better.
Not a big fan of peanut butter, huh, Neil?
Feel like too much candy in America has too much peanut
Try to
butter in
think.
it.
There's quite a few, but a big one is Reese's.
Reese's is a big
But I can't
peanut
name
butter.
many others.
Nutter
There's
butter.
a Twix that has peanut butter.
Nutter butter has peanut butter.
Nutter butter has peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
There's a peanut butter M&M.
Peanut butter M&M, which I
I
love.
feel like there's something with peanut butter and pretzels.
Take 5.
Does it Take 5? Does that have peanut butter?
I think it's a Reese's Take 5.
Oh, okay, yes.
Reese's also did a chocolate covered pretzel with peanut butter and a chocolate drizzle, which I love. Put that in that cup. What kind of candy do you like, Neil?
We're talking candy here.
We are talking candy. Don't want this to dry yet. Or baked goods. I'm always down for baked goods. Alright, Neil, see you in a bit. If
If we're still running when you come back.
yeah, sorry, I half a thought there. I do that quite often. Uh-oh, sneezes are coming. Oh, put that back in the water.
Holy crap, I didn't see the mouth.
Oh, that is...
Upside down.
He zoomed in on it, Catlin.
I couldn't help it.
He's loving it. Yeah, definitely.
Such a simple, easy sketch, too.
Right? It's slipping.
I didn't quite see the mouth on the top of the head. And yeah, I was surprised to see it the way it was. It's like an upside down, scary frown. It was clever.
It was clever. Cracks. That was not the foil that
It
time.
wasn't. I have no clue. It feels like a switch flicking on and off. Okay. Here. What's the one where it could be anything. Maybe it's a ghost. A ghost.
Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
Alright. What do you think of that?
I think you have breathed life into a creature.
It's more scary than I was coming off, like, originally was
But
thinking.
it's like, in this world, that wouldn't be scary.
Just would be a natural kind of...
It would feel like you would be seeing an octopus or something. Maybe a little bit weird, but not scary.
I guess that's true. Octopuses are a little strange shaped.
Yeah, but not necessarily like a terrifying monster. I was just noting this right here is the webbing. The way it does that.
Yeah.
I'm noticing.
I kind of liked how I did my webbing. More different shaped.
Works.
And nails. One of the reasons why I don't have long nails. Alright, you want to pull up the description of Flint and put it up there? I'm going to go set this down somewhere and dry this thing off while you do that.
We're gonna do some more, huh?
I figure we can get a flint in, at least. Oh, watch, it's even harder than this. Wait.
Did you want flint specifically?
Yes.
Small.
Yes, because it's small.
Hopefully that fixes it. I'll read it off just for funsies, since it's probably not looking right now. It's called the flint. This one is rare. The little flint is a small, round-shelled creature no bigger than the palm of your hand, with bright red 3 pincers in claw formation on its forehead. The flint can grab onto leaves and berries and carry them back to their homes with ease. And the emerald shell on the back of the creature can be unattached because it has a special mucus it secretes on its outer shell. It is used to cure many deadly diseases. So when the creature goes to eat it, if the flint ditches its shell, it will regrow in an incredibly short amount of time and cure the animal that ate the shell of any disease.
Bye, cat.
Bye, cat. Okay, almost done.
Probably gonna be done. Neil took a shower.
No, we didn't.
And cat's running away.
It's all good though.
But I got one done. And I got to play with a new medium.
Do you want to do tomorrow? Like middle of the day?
Probably not this. Probably.
No, a Pokemon thing.
Yeah, we might.
About Pokemon, one of your Pokemon. At least one.
Lots of cool monsters. Yes. Yes, there is lots of cool monsters. So I will post in the Discord the other two descriptions. So the Flint,
which is the one on the screen now.
the one on the screen now, and then the
Strider,
Strider,
which is a giant living amongst trees.
I don't blame you for sleep calling to you.
Yeah, it is late.
It is getting late. And so I'll post those in Discord, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll make another one another day.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Bring more people in, make a bunch of different views of this unseen creature.
We'll probably call it here too, because it's 2 hours, and that's a pretty good. Generally 2 to 3 is what I get. So.
Whatever you want.
And then I can clean up. So thank you for coming in, Kat.
And Neil, that was so nice.
And Neil, even Neil's in the shower. And Diamond's comics fan, Make Pokemon Not War came in. Thank you, Kat. We'll see you later.
We love you.
Y'all have a good
Get some
night.
rest.
Stay cheesy, and we'll see you next time. Love you.
Also, democracy can't live
Oh my
while
goodness.
racism is alive. We need to kill racism to save democracy. Oh, he just got done with the show.